Hey, this is Trellmixx. Not yet the official DJ of the Talk to Her podcast, but soon. She just put me on the spot, so I'm gonna throw in my little 2 cents in. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on to the actual host of the show.
Hey guys, what's up? So how are you doing today? That was great.
I'm chilling. How you living?
What's up, guys? This is our returning episode of Talk with Tor. You know, usually I've been doing the interviews remotely, but Trell has decided to come in and drop in for a one-on-one interview.
Yeah, I had to get out of the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him nervous, and he's gonna trip over stuff and everything.
Never.
All right, if you guys don't know, DJ. Wait, I don't want to say it wrong because last time
it's cool. Yes, it's always been my nickname. So I mean, it's always been just Trellmixx. So yeah,
just Trellmixx.
Yeah. Trellmixx.
Wait, that was your nickname, Trellmixx?
Mm-hmm. Like since like the 4th or 5th grade. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Just my homeboy. Like we was at recess one day, and he was like, I had like a big nicknames back in the day, like Shorty by nature. Little guy, blase blah, anything referring to my small size, and he was like, hey, like Trellmixx, and I was just like, you know what, I like that better than all these other nicknames that's picking on me because of my height. So
right,
I ran with that, like yearbooks and stuff. I would just sign that, and like the last day of school, people would like have people sign their shirts. I would just like write Trellmixx and graffiti.
That's what's up.
It only makes sense to like just keep the name. Like, well, that it all goes together.
It
like,
grew with you, not
yeah,
DJ Trellmixx.
Yeah, because it's not, and Trellmixx was taken by some, I don't know, I'm not going to get into that. But,
yeah, it's not, well known.
Yeah, but I'm like, how do you, yeah, but the way I spell it though.
Yeah, it is different.
Like, how the heck I'm pretty sure, because I've been having that nickname for like 20 years, so whoever it was, they jacked me. But
so you feel like you coined it. Well, your friend coined it,
yeah.
Gave it to you, so you think that you own the rights over that.
I need to, yeah. My bill's gonna be in the mail for Buddy.
Your bill's gonna be in the mail.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about you DJing, because you did a great job at Yeah, come on now. I already told you that. I was like, oh my god.
Nah, but still though, when I hear that, I mean, I'm still in the early stages, so I mean, it's like, cause I guess I'm hard on myself. I'm like, man, I did okay. I could have did this better. It's like somebody did a great job. I'm like, wait, what? Really?
You really did.
So I'm like, okay.
He was playing all the great music. I was like, oh my god, throwback! Oh my gosh. It was like.
Nah, you was vibing at that little table that you was vibing.
I was like, yeah, oh snap! Every time I thought that you were gonna, you just came with more, and I was.
So you had low expectations. That's good, then. I guess.
Yeah, I always do. No offense. That's nothing against you. That's just in general. Cut it out. Stop. I'm supposed to be putting you on the spot. Like, we're not going to do this.
I'm still offended, but go ahead.
No, okay. I didn't mean it like that. It's just, sometimes you want to go into situations, and if you
don't want to be disappointed, I got you.
Really high.
Nah, I'm the same way. I got you.
Really high expectations. And that also went around what I was talking with you earlier about like how people's expectations of me, So
Right.
I just learned like, oh, okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, nah, that's...
Go with it.
Nah, I'm the same way.
But, I should have known that when me and the person that I was with, we walked past the house, and she was like, oh, they bumping in there. I was like, word, they playing some stuff. Okay. I'm like, we should go where they're at. And we walked past the house because we were at the wrong end.
Oh, so wait, y'all was just going to come crash the party regardless. Like, let me see what's going on over here.
Word. Anyway, no, seriously, because we were like, where's the place at? And then we walked past the house, and I was like, because my GPS was saying it was on the other end. So she was like, what are they doing? I was like, I don't know, but it sounded like they having a party in there for real. Like, they had a party in there. Yeah, you really did. Like,
that's good or bad? But,
no, that was good. It was good. And then we came in, and I was just like, oh, okay, so we're in the party house. Yeah. This is what's up. And then your energy was just on 1,000 the whole time, too.
What?
So I was very
I'll be kind of in the moment. I'm not really sure what.
I said I needed your energy. I told Akeem, I was like, yo, I need his energy.
What was I? Because maybe I could take this and like, okay, use it as
you were dancing,
like positive critique as before, because I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning, still in the beginning stages. So now I need that. Like, tell me about myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Critique,
like, let me know what I would like. You thought like energy or whatever. What you mean?
Your energy was like really good. Like you were just giving off positive vibrations, and your choice of music just elevated that. Like, you can tell that you really, really enjoy doing what you're doing. So it's something that you definitely are made to do.
Okay.
So if you ever have doubts about it, you shouldn't, because that's what made me like look at you and be like, okay, you know what, I have to ask him for an interview because he is really passionate about this. Because you see certain people and they be like, oh, well, I do this, but they're not really. It's not their calling. So I feel like that's what it was.
Well, I'm still learning if this is my calling or not. If not, I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. So I'm gonna find out.
I believe so.
But
so if like later on down the line you make this into a full career, you like you're a traveling DJ and whatnot, just remember they talk with Taurus at it first.
Oh no, I'm forgetting about everybody. So you can hang that up right now.
You're not forgetting about me. Oh, so you gonna act funny towards me? Like, word?
They call it blocked. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
you know what?
I'm joking.
That's nice to know.
I'm playing.
That's nice to know.
No, I'm playing. I'm humbled by this opportunity. On the real though. On the real, because I'm like, an interview with me, I'm like, I haven't even really got my foot in the door yet. Like, I'm not, he's one of the top DJs, around the area. So I'm like, wow, okay. Either I'm doing something right, or she just needed her first DJ and was like, well, this is the best I'm gonna do right now. It's quarantine. And, you know what I mean? It's looking kind of cold right now.
Because I could have found anyone. I'm a very persistent person, so if there's something that I, wanted, like if I go off of the way that people are. So if, like I told you before, like I dig deep into their social media accounts and everything like that. And when I did start my podcast, I was on bed rest. So I had to like find these pages or whatever. Like I found Akeem and Cassie's page and everything like that. And I just went and looked, and the person that they were just shined through. I was like, oh, these are the type of people that I need to associate myself with. Like these are the type of people I need to interview. And all the people that I have interviewed, like, I was just like, yo, this is a pleasure. Like, I feel so humbled to be sitting next to this person who, like, started their businesses and they're just growing and they still are helping other people while they're helping themselves. So I just, like, really, so it's not just, like, anybody, Like, you can't just pick anybody and put your name on it, because
That's true.
My name is it's a brand, Yeah,
because if you're standing there, people gonna be like, oh, your boy did this, blah, blah, blah. You got it for interviews. So I get it.
Right. So, okay, so you said that you had 3 cousins that were DJs, or you said 2. It was either.
I said 2.
Are they like your inspiration for?
No disrespect, but no, nah, no disrespect. Love y'all. Shout out to cousin Rome and shout out to Terry, but no, because they kind of like started doing this, like around the same time at least. So my one of my cousins, he's my cousin through my brother Terry. He actually lives in the area as well, but my brother Steven, shout out Steve, he was like, yeah man, cuz he do the DJ thing too. I'm like, oh word, okay. So I followed him on social media. He goes live sometimes before the powers that be cut him off on Instagram and Facebook, but I won't get too political with that part of it. And my other cousin Rome, I didn't know that he did it back in the day, and I've been knowing him literally since like as far as I can remember. And apparently, like, he had turntables and stuff back in the day, but he didn't. Most of the family I didn't know this. Only
So who had turntables? Your cousins, you said?
Oh yeah, one of my older cousins, Sue. It's actually my first cousin. It's crazy because I've never known he was doing that. But his younger brother, shout out to Chesney, he was like, yeah man, Rome used to DJ. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, the whole set in the room. I'm like, get out of here. Like, yeah man, when I was younger, I used to come in there and mess with it. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And then my cousin, he had seen me at like a little cookout I did for my brother when he was getting ready to like move away to Cali. We did like a little event for him, and the family seen me there. And Ron was like, dang man, he's like, yeah man, I seen you doing that. It made me kind of want to get back into it. So I'm not saying like I'm that dude, like I was his inspiration or something, because he was older, but it wasn't. That's not.
You motivated him.
Maybe, yeah, you can say that. So yeah, he's because he's been asking me stuff about it. I'm like, yeah man, I mean this is what I do. I ain't really, like I said, I'm no Grandmaster Flash, not yet anyway, because I'm still starting out. But I'm like, yeah man, in the game, you more from me, I got you. So we talk about that all the time. He's always supporting, like, even though I average like 0.7 followers every time I do go live. The few times that I do, he is always in there. So shout out to Rome. Like, he gonna be in there, boy, hanging out with a bottle or whatever he got at the crib. Kicking it. So yeah, he always supporting us. So yeah, shout out to Rome. But
that is very important to have a support system and having somebody who has your back no matter what.
Yeah, that's literally how I get all my gigs, because like I've never just, I don't know, because I guess I want to see if it's gonna be organic, but I've never asked anybody like, hey, support this. It's always been like, hey man, you know,
you do this, I'll do that.
Yeah, like, hey man, can you do this for me? Like for me, that they support because I don't you don't have my name right now. So like, hey, can you do this or whatever, man? How much you charge? Like for me, that's support. I'm like, yo, you didn't have to do that. You didn't necessarily need a DJ or whatever. So it's always been like kind of like a family and friends thing. People that need events or whatever. So I mean, I got 2 in October. One next weekend is like a family and friend thing. Like people I know. So
okay.
Yeah, so that is important.
But that's good though that your friends are supporting you. They're not asking for discounts.
Yeah.
They're like, I got your back. Let's talk about the equipment because I've always wondered how DJs use this equipment and whatnot. And I'm like, how does that work? Like I see somebody with a laptop and then like the little things, but there's no disc on there. Like,
yeah, I mean it depends really. I mean I'm just starting out, so I mean like I said, you take what I say with a grain of salt, but I mean I just use like a DJ controller, not like the official thing, like turntables like the vinyl. Some people still do. Most likely they had somebody older, show them when they were like real young, and that's how they know. Like there's a guy now, DJ Prince. He's on IG and whatnot, but like I guess like a phenom. He's like 18, 19 now, but he's been doing this like for a minute because he had older people to show him. Like I just started like the ripe age of like 40 something, so I mean I'm late with it. So I was just like Googling, hey, okay, what do I need for this? What do I need for that? And I just went to Guitar Center and was just like asking the dude like, hey, I don't have anything. My brother wanted me to do this event. He know daggone well I'm not a DJ, but he wanted me to do it. So I'm like, hey, where do I start? And luckily the dude at Guitar Center was a DJ. So between that and YouTube and stuff, I was kind of just picking up on that and, got a laptop, ended up getting a speaker. My brother, like I said, so, I mean, it's like a support thing. Like, shout out to the Vars. Like, this is my younger brother, too. So, but he looked out. He was like, yeah, we're going to get you the speaker. Me and Mom were like, so I'm like, okay, bet. So, because it's not like some of this equipment, it is not cheap. Yeah, it's like, dang. Yeah, that's how you know I must love this, because I have not made a profit off of this yet. It's not yet. So there's no equity yet, but I'm sorry I cut you off.
No. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Is it like do you need like a special program or something like that when you have your laptop?
Yes, and it varies. It really depends on what you want. I'd probably say the top 3 are Record Box, Serato, and Virtual DJ in no particular order. And that's how my younger brother, the reason that he asked me to like DJ for his event, because we do like like typical like little pre-games or whatever, like just chill at somebody's crib before you went out to the nightclub or whatever you going, like just play music or whatnot, maybe some drinking. I'm not gonna comment on that part, maybe just playing music. So I was using this free program, Virtual DJ, which I learned about through 2 of my other roommates. Shout out Ivan, shout out Randy, my old roommates from the Bahamas. Shout out 242. I'm doing a lot of shout outs.
The Bahamas.
Yeah.
That is my home away from home.
Oh, for real?
No. I mean, I was there a lot. Like, I used to go there all the time. That was like my vacation.
Yeah, see, I need to go to Freeport one day. I keep on BSing, but like, I'm not going to be as a tourist. See, I'm not going as a tourist. I'm going to be like, because it's like some of the people's like damn near family to me.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like, even, like, I used to be able to kind of fake it a little bit and confuse Americans. Like, okay, I'm from the... Like, my accent trash. If I go, obviously over there, they'll sniff me out. But, like, I can fake it a little bit here.
Right.
But, they told me about this program called Virtual DJ or whatever, because one of them, he DJs on the side. So I'm like, oh, it's free. So he just sent that to me. So I'm like, okay, bet. And I just started, like, kind of, so how you do this? And just kind of from there, just started, like, learning stuff on my own.
So it makes like the beats and stuff like that, or it combines, like how does that work?
So basically you have like and some DJs do like 4 tracks at a time. I don't really do that. I mean, I can see sometimes you have a need for that, but I just do 2. So like a deck 1 and deck 2, and BPM or beats per minute is kind of the most important thing as far as like when you hear a song blended correctly and like you notice
like the perfect spot, you have to pick like the perfect spot for it to blend together. That sounds so hot if it flows.
And that's why you see a lot of people like with headphones in to make sure, okay, dang, this is gonna sound good together. Sometimes the party's so loud but you can't hear it, so you just gotta hope, wish, and sometimes people go off of what they call keys. So if this song 1 is playing like the key is 1A, I know that I can either blend another song in the same key, which is 1A, or I can go up to 1B, or just like go back to 12A or whatever the case. So like if it's in 3A, I can either go to 4A or 2A or 3B.
So does it kind of like break down the song as if, like if you look at the sheets of music and you see like the keys and the notes and everything like that, is that kind of what this program does? Like it kind of breaks down the songs to let you know like, okay, well this would flow better with this at this point, this high point, low point. Maybe like I said, I'm still starting out, but I just kind of go off more BPM, and that's why I spend like hours making sure a song sounds correctly, or like what they call the beat grid is lined up correctly. So like when a beat hits, okay, I know I should have it here, because sometimes the song may come with the incorrect beat grid or like the beats per minute. I'm like, no, it don't sound like that. And luckily, I'm just keeping it 100. Like melanated people, we kind of have a natural vibration of like, okay, we can nod our heads on beat, so that's how I go off of it. I mean, it's a scientific fact that I have melanin, but so I mean that's how I go off of it a lot. So like, okay, if this song is playing at 80, I can, okay, if a song is like around 82 or 85 or whatever, I can, okay, this will go in with this. So like if I'm like on some, if I'm doing like a little dance hall mix at a time, I know guaranteed, and I'm always gonna do this, I don't care, because a lot of people do it. If I'm playing that Lumi D, I'm finna play that daggone, Wayne Wonder, what's that song? Yeah, I don't know neither one of these songs that you're talking about. So.
Dang, man.
It's gonna hit you later. You're gonna be like, that's what it was.
See, now I'm mad, but yeah, that Wayne Wonder song though. Yeah, that's why I don't call myself a DJ. See, because I'm gonna get killed if I. But yeah, that song. So I mean, it's the same like dang near BPM, but like you have similar. It sounds similar too. So sometimes you just go off of, okay, dang, this sounds nice. So I mean, sometimes I can be up there and I'll before I let the crowd hear it, I'll just keep the crossfader on this side, just playing this song, and I'll mix it in like, how does it sound? I'm like, damn, that's fire. So I'm like, okay, that works with it. So I mean, I kind of work off the fly.
Oh, so you can listen to it. Like,
yeah. You can before you keep the crossfader over here. So before you let the crowd hear it, it's and I use Serato now, but like as a visual aid, I'm like, okay, is this lined up correct? I'm like, no, it ain't. Shoot, let me go ahead and edit this real fast. Let me do this if I haven't already edited the song prior to like the event, because it'll say what you do that, but I've been downloading so much music, I don't always get to it. So sometimes I just do it there on the fly, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not gonna work out. This is clashing. So I just go off of that, and like as soon as like a chorus starts, I'm like, okay, let me mix this in. This has like an 8-bar. The chorus is 8 bars, so I mean that's how I do it.
How long did it take you to learn all of this stuff? Like,
I mean, just watching YouTube. I mean, probably maybe like a month if you combine it. Just because I've been watching, I came up on the correct, I guess, YouTube people teaching them. Like, there's a guy, DJ TLM. He's really helpful. Like, okay, this is how you count beats, and normally the phrase is gonna be 8 bars, and the chorus is gonna be 8 bars or 16 or whatever. So for me, I just line up like different, they call them hot cues, different points in the song where I can have a visual aid and just look, because I'm a visual person. I'm like, okay, the hook come in here, the bridge come in here. This song starts out, like some songs start out weird. Like if I can't remember that Summer Walker, but that honestly, like man, like that, like a lot of people still like man, I don't know when that honestly coming. So I'm like, okay, let me make sure this lined up right. Because they got like a funky way, so I'll label certain things.
And then you think that the beat is on the drum and they're gonna say something, but then they don't.
Like that Bryson Tiller or that don't. Like they may not know when it's coming. So sometimes I like to, I'll put like that visual aid so I know, okay, this is coming in, this is coming in. So that's how I guess it's cheating in a way. I don't know, but
it's like a math calculation. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds
like studying before you know what I mean, have a test. So I call it like cooking. Like I bought all the groceries, meaning like I downloaded this music. Now I done, pretty much, I got the recipe, meaning I done, adjusted the beat grids and whatnot. And
Oh,
when
so
the
you
event
have to do
I
that
pick it,
too. So you have to adjust the sound on both. Like if you have two different songs, you have to adjust the sound because if you don't, like one would be louder than the other one, kind of thing.
Yeah, so yeah, and that sometimes as well. So they call like the trim or the gain.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that that's not in the red or that's not too loud.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some things that go into it, but then it's not as hard as it sounds. Honestly, as I'm making it sound, I'm rambling on about it.
He made it look very easy, guys. He really did. He was up there just like, I'm like, oh, okay. And he was dancing with it too, so he was making it.
That part I can't help. I can't help it, man. I'm like, yeah, if I'm gonna be standing on my feet 6 hours or something like that, I gotta. And I need to start wearing Crocs because, yeah, my feet would hurt the next day. Yeah, my feet would hurt the next day. That's the part that they don't talk about. Or maybe just me because, like you said, I'm dancing to every song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in the moment. Like, if I didn't love what I do, it probably would be like that. But,
right.
like, I'm vibing.
Yeah, you learned all this through YouTube. See, YouTube is very beneficial.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to find the right person when it comes to that. How do you, so for every event, okay, maybe not every event, do you have like an outline of what it is that you're going to play? Like, or do you like, when you hear about the event that you're going to do, you talk to them about the music that they want, and then do you download the music and have something set up already?
So I try to have like a fast music catalog anyway because I like listening to, you know, certain like a lot of different music. I mean, I feel like that's kind of one of the benefits like 80s and 90s babies have that people don't really talk about. Like, I mean, I feel like we probably, maybe, I guess millennials the proper term, but we're probably like that one generation that, okay, you get those on from the 60s at the cookout and still rock out with but you might be able to play, you know, something from 2020 and like still appreciate it because we grew up with, no, you don't have a choice of the music. You ride in this car, you know what I mean?
Right.
We listening to Aretha, we listening to Patti LaBelle. So I kind of already had that vast catalog, and like I said, since it's mainly been like family events, I already kind of, okay, I know what y'all like. Because I'm doing the same dance. I'm dancing out there with y'all. Like, you see me on videos, so I'm like, I'm getting out there and dancing with y'all. I know what y'all like. So I'll just ask them, hey, where y'all trying to go with it? And kind of the only rule, it'll be in certain things, it'll be like, oh, we got kids now. Yeah, depending on that. Now, if they tell me, okay, nah, I'm not worried about cussing, that's probably when I do my best because it's like, it's inhibited. Not finna play a bunch of cursing, but I don't have to focus on, oh man, this is clean. Which, I mean, I'm still gonna do my thing either way. But there's more songs that I can play because, I mean, some songs, it's not really a point to having a clean version.
Yeah,
it's like, it'll kind of mess with the art.
That was like, I didn't even know that song, like I listened to the clean version before. Okay. You threw up a song and me and the person I was with was just like, what?
Oh, for real? Oh,
like, hold on, wait a minute. This is how this song goes? Like,
I mean, King, shout out to King, he was just telling me, like, man, I was like, yo, you got a vibe? Like, you want me to like be on some Neo Soul? Like, what? Because, I mean, that's how I asked. I'm like, you know, what type of, he was like, nah, man, just play whatever. And when we had first got there, since it was you know, the whole 90s thing with the house, he just said, hey, you know, my homeboy said play some 90s beats. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, bet I got that. So I got that. Then after a while, he just said, hey, man, and you just do what you want. I was like, hey, well, I got to play some Larry June. If anybody knows Larry June, then you'll know why. Because it was a vet selling organic juices, and that's, you know, what 50% of what he raps about is. So he's not necessarily a 90s person, but I just went through different playlists. I mean, I organized my stuff by playlists. So,
right.
Well, I got 80s, 90s, go-go, dancehall, Afrobeat, whatever. So I just kind of.
You're playing classics, yo. Like I'm like, dang, I haven't heard these songs in forever.
Yeah, and I label like my radio hits too. Like I make them like like a little put a like yellow tab beside them. So I'm like, well, if I'm ever losing the crowd, okay, I know I can just jump to this right here. Like it's a guaranteed like hit like that everybody knows.
So you're spending a lot of time mastering your craft. So you work how much
Man,
how much time do you do this?
And it could be too much time because I mean I don't know, like I'm just starting out, but I mean it really depends on how much time I have in my, you know, personal life, because I mean you know, right now with the whole quarantine, I'm working from the crib, so it could be like 8, 9 to 10 hours, you know, sitting behind the computer. Then you know, after I log off of that, depending on how it goes, I feel like cooking or not, I'll either cook or whatever the case may be. And then depending on the time of night, I'm like, okay, I got like 2 hours. Let me go ahead and, you know, organize these songs and whatnot. So sometimes